Olive, we are live. Hello everybody, how are you today? Oops, I have a guest with me. This is Olive. And we're live on Essential Stencils page. We're also cross-posting live over to my IRESTORESTUFF page, which is where I upcycle furniture and home decor. Hi Gloria, how are you today? Lovely to see you. So if you've joined us on the Essential Stencil page, look out for a giveaway there, because we're giving away to 3 lucky winners at the end of our live a gift card for Essential Stencils, where you'll get to choose your own stencils. Now, Olive's hair is looking rather long right now. She can hardly see out of her little fringe. Isn't she gotten bigger since she was a little puppy? So I made her, if you follow my stories on Instagram, you might have seen this week that I was creating a crate for her toys. And so I've done that crate. I'm doing a couple of crate projects today. So here's one. I didn't paint the bottom of them because it's just going to be sitting on the ground. This is going to be an Easter crate, so we'll have an Easter theme for that one. And this is going to be Olive's, and see, I painted it in an olive color, which does go with our home decor. But this is going to be her toy box for her toys, because if you saw my Instagram stories, you'll realize that Olive just has had a cardboard box with some toys being collected in that. So we're going to create you a toy box today. Oh yes, she loves that idea. She loves it. All right, off you go play, and I will come back with your toy box finished. There we go. We're above the puppy lick. Hello, hi Tiffany, hi Evelyn. Great to see you today. Yes, we're doing some crates. I've pre-painted these because if you want to look up how to paint things, check out my YouTube channel. IRESTORESTUFF is my business name, and I'm on YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook. I have a website, IRESTORESTUFF.com, and I give you some painting tips there. But we've just painted the inside and the outside, 2 coats in a chalk paint. So that's an Australian brand of chalk type finish in just an olive colour for Olive's toys. So Mary says you used a small crate for your dog's toys. Yes, so I'm doing a couple of different crate sizes today, and I've bought these at various places. I think this one was from IKEA. They have a large and a small type crate. This one wasn't from IKEA, but it does seem to fit in this top of this crate, but they're not meant to be together anyway. This is going to be an Easter crate. So I've painted it in a really nice pale blue chalk paint, and we'll be putting some Easter words on the front and some rub-on transfers. And on the other side, I thought you could create it to where that you could use it for Easter eggs or an Easter basket during the Easter holidays, and then you could turn it around and use it double-sided, so you'd then have the other side facing out for, what did I think of? Oh, we're going to use some of the new vintage butterfly transfers on that side with a Love Like Jesus from the mini set there. So that's what we're working on today. Great to see you. Sandra says, I love the large one. These large crates are great, and you can get them from a number of places. Probably your craft stores still stock them over there in the USA. I know they do here in Australia. We even have them sold at some of our big box stores like Kmart and other places. I know they don't have Kmart over there anymore, but they still have it here in Australia. So let us know how you are, and stay tuned for a chance to win $20 gift card. Essential Stencil is reminding you. I did want to first mention, now I did mention my blog is IRESTORESTUFF.com, and I have let me just refresh this so I can see our live over here. I've just finished a blog post using this rattan stencil. Now I'm not using this today, but I did want to mention it, and if you do want the link for my blog post, I used this gorgeous rattan stencil on the side and the drawer and the cupboard door of my latest blog post on a furniture, like a bedside table, bedside cupboard. It is amazing. It worked fantastic. I used Australian chalk paint for that. But go over there. I've got the link where you can find that. So Essential Stencil might pop that in the comments there, or I can pop that in later. Let me know if you want the link for that blog post where I've used the rattan stencil. But I wanted to mention it today because I did see it on Essential Stencil site for the amazing price of $4.95 for this stencil, reduced like, I don't know, 60 to 80% or something. Then you can use my code IRESTORESTUFF on top of that. For anything that you see us use today, use that code and it'll save you an extra 10% on anything there. So I did want to mention that. If you do want to see that post, happy to send that link to you. Or we can pop it in the comments. All right, let's start with my Doggie Toy crate, which if you've just jumped on, you may have missed Olive's feature. in our live just earlier. We'll see how she likes her new toy box, because we've just been using a cardboard box and sort of collecting toys. She did get a couple of fun toys for Christmas, and so fuzzy glasses, that's not a great start. Sandra's noticed I've got short sleeves. Yes, it is very hot here in Australia. It's our summer, so we're in the opposite times, opposite seasons to you in the USA, and it's in the middle of summer here. December is our hottest time of month, so I do have the aircon on right now because I was starting to feel the 11 o'clock, it's 11 a.m. here on Thursday morning, so I'm starting to feel the heat. Hi Vicky, hi Marianne. Look, if you are new here today and you've never tried stenciling, let us know in the comments. We do give away prizes at the end of our live, so join in the conversation. If you have any questions about stenciling or using the rub-on transfers, let us know that too. Okay, for this first project of a crate, I'm going to be using the, it's called Welcome Dogs Round, and it's especially for round signs. So it's got this side here, where you can see that round shape. So it suits 16-inch rounds. So that's that. And then this part would go, this is welcome, we hope you like dogs. This part would go, this part would go on the top. And then you can see the wording kind of lends to that rounder style on the bottom. So you can use it for a round sign, just like so. But I'm going to be using this stencil on my crate today for one side, and on the other side I'm going to put Olive's name using one of the letter sets. Now, Essential Stencil does have a few different letter sets at the moment, but this one you have sold out of, but it's the only letter set that would fit on my crate, so I'll do that after. Let's have a look and see where we're going to put the words for this. Oh, there's snow everywhere over there. That just makes me feel nice and cool. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Now if you do see the underneath of my crate, I could have painted that the olive colour as well, but I didn't worry about it because it's just going to be sitting on the ground. Now I could put the welcome sign up here. As you can see, it is a little bit too large for that top rung, but it still would make sense if I put it there. You can still sort of read what the words say. And then I'd be shifting it down here for that centre line, and then putting the dog's bit down the bottom. And then I could add from this stencil, from the other stencil, a few different paw prints as well. So don't forget, any of the things we're doing today, you can use my code IRESTORESTUFF, or use any of the links that I've got in the description of the live, and you can save 10%. Let's see if we can, probably could get that tripod up a little higher. There's my cue for my helpful husband, Marty, who's in the background there, looking after the dog. That's perfect, thank you. And then we can come down on the project a little bit more like that. So let's put this centre words in first. We don't have to put the welcome sign up, but I think I might. I've got a bit of painter's tape. You may or may not like to use the painter's tape. I'm going to use it today for just taping off where we don't want the word dogs here, because we've got a gap. See this gap in the crate right here? So we want to separate these words. I was going to just add that to the side so it doesn't move anywhere. So we're going to just put that much on there so I don't accidentally get my paint over there. And then where the W is a little bit close here, I'm going to tape off there, but the rest I should be able to hit that quite easily without getting paint on those words. Now, one of the key things to stenciling, if you're new to stenciling, is to offload your paint and use as dry a brush as you can. I'm going to just use a lamp white, Infusion's lamp white. It's just an off-white colour with a few little grey undertones. Hello, thank you so much for joining in and saying hello and where you're from. I always love to see where people are from. Yes, it's an olive green. It's called olive leaf. If you are in Australia and you're watching on my IRESTORESTUFF page, you can get this on my website, IRESTORESTUFF.com. It's our Aussie Australian chalk paint that I stock here. I'm just going to use one of our stencil brushes. This is a 1/2 inch essential stencil brush, dipping it into the paint a little bit, and then I'm going to offload most of that onto the cardboard. I've got a little blob here that I can access later on. So I'm just doing this section in here for the middle rung of our crate. Okay, so I'm using a bit of a swirly technique as we go around, and it's filling in those letters really nicely over the pre-painted crate. Yeah, you can use any colour you like. I tend to use water-based paints. I'm just grabbing some more of the paint that's on this blob here and then offloading it there. And I just keep going and swirling until I can see that I'm running out of paint. Sometimes I just have to swirl around a little bit more. Starting to run out, so we grab a little bit more, offload the excess. And the reason we offload the brush as much as we can is so that we get nice crisp edges on our stencils without bleeding, the paint bleeding underneath. Just have to move this over. And one more word. This is from the round, and now all of the stencils and the transfers that I'll be using today are in the description of our live, and I'm not sure if you can see that while we're live, so but it definitely shows up there after the live is finished, and which is why Essential Stencil will pop some of the links there to let you know where you can get these stencil sets from. Okay, so we've done that section. Let me lift that up and show you. So nice crisp edges there because we offloaded most of that paint. So we hope you like. I'll pop this down to the bottom line, and we're just going to line up the word dogs. First of all, I have to see where it is. So just being careful. I didn't fuzz my tape up. Sometimes I like to make it less sticky by just taping it onto my hand or skin or fabric, like on your apron. And that just makes it a little bit less sticky. So I'm going to put it on this side this time so we can do the word dogs down the bottom. Just trying to get that in the center of center this way and center this way. That's around about right. Just dipping that paint in again to my white paint, and we're going to offload that as much as we can. I like this cute little paw print that they've replaced the O with here. It is a pretty olive green, isn't it? I am going to be using the mini Easter stencils in a minute, and I'll show you those, and we'll be using the Easter and the spring butterfly vintage transfers. Who got a hold of the vintage transfers? I noticed that the little bunnies were now sold out. I was going to use that today. I still am, because I just love them. So those of you who did get a hold of those, lucky you, they've sold out. But when something's sold out, just remember to let Essential Stencil know, and you can usually do that on the product, on the website. You go down to, scroll down to the bottom, and there should be a section, a button where you can let them, ask them to let you know when it comes back, when the item's available, and they can email you when that's back in stock, when it's been restocked. But they should be restocking by the end of the month, I've been told. So, isn't that cute? So we hope you like dogs, and we could leave that on one side, and then I'm going to flip it over and do Olive's name on the other side. It'd be so much fun to have somewhere for her toys to go. Let me see, this welcome sign, let's just put it on there. We'll just lift it up to where the L is chopped off, a bit of the W is chopped off. I'm not going to worry too much that it's chopped off. I'm just going to put it on anyway, because I think it'll still make sense and you'll still understand what the word's supposed to say. It's kind of going to have that, imagine a crate made up of old signage that's been chopped up and just put on there somewhere. So let's just go ahead and do it. Some of you can opt to not do that if you wanted to, but I sometimes will just let my words run off the edges, letters run off the edges of things like crates, gives it a bit of a vintage style. If you want a nice solid look, just get a little bit more on my brush than that, but see how that in the E and the L there, it's kind of a dusty look. It's where the paint starts to run out. So if you do like that look, that still can be kind of cool. Let me show you. See how it's kind of got that rustic look about it when you just leave it a bit more transparent or just rubbed on rather than solid look. But I'll go over it because I want it to match the letters that I've done down the bottom. And I believe you will still be able to tell that this says welcome. And again, this is from the Welcome Dogs Round stencil set, I think it's called. I did put it on the description of our live. Don't forget to use the code IRESTORESTUFF and get 10% off anything on the Essential Stencil website. That includes the sale items. So that's a good deal. All right. There we go. Let's pop the lid back on the paint. I'm just going to put my brush into a plastic bag to stop it drying out in case I want to use that white colour again in a minute. I don't want to put the brush in water just yet because otherwise it will be too wet. Maggie's asking, is that one on sale? This stencil set? I'm not sure. You'll have to maybe just click on the link and have a look to see if the sale comes up. There are a number of stencils that are on sale on the Essential Stencil site, so all you have to do is go there, type in, or go to the sale section, and don't forget to use my code IRESTORESTUFF and you get another 10% off. Okay, before I do Olive's name on the other side, let me start the Easter crate that I wanted to do. I'll be doing some letters for her name there. Oh, I was going to put some little puppy dog paw prints on there. Maybe I'll do them on the other side. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. You received the butterflies and the bunnies. How cute. I love it. Okay, here's our second crate today that we're using, and this is just a really nice pastel blue colour. I thought it really suits the Easter theme, so let's go with that. Now on one side I want to be using the bunny transfers, which have just sold out, unfortunately. I saw that there was one left on the site this morning when I had all my stuff prepared, and then I saw sold out. So of course that's sold out, but do let them know down on that product. If you see that on the website, you can let them know, scroll down and tick the thing that says, let me know when this is back in stock. They are going to restock at the end of the month, just remember that. So we'll put this on the side here, and I'm using right now for this one, and then I'll use something on the other side, so stay tuned for that. This one's called Easter Mini Set, and it comes with a bonus stencil. So we've got 6 plus a bonus 7th stencil. So let me show you what's in those. If you don't have these already, these are a great all-rounder, not just for Easter but for spring too. So I'll be using the Happy Easter here to put that in the middle. And then we've got Cheap with the little chicken. We've got an Easter egg with the stripes. We've got a hop with the bunny. It's a cute bunny, that one. And we've got Carrot Patch and Hello Spring. So we've got that cute wreath, which you can use the wreath alone and then put something else in the middle also. You could even put one of the transfers in the center of that wreath. That would look cute as well. And then that's the bonus one there, Bloom, with the spring flowers on. Okay. I could also use that bloom for the other side of this crate as well. Anyway, that's the set there. That's in the description of the live, all the links. Use my code IRESTORESTUFF. Now we need a dark colour for this. If I was doing white on a light colour, it wouldn't show up as well. So let's see, I'm going to go with Blue Pine, which is a darker blue, very greyish blue colour in the Fusion Mineral Paint range. Let's use these tags. Yeah, if you haven't used these ones, they are very cute. And then I'm going to be adding some transfers either side of this. So, Easter, Happy. Oh no, we're not. We're just going to do the Easter first, and then we have to move Happy up further because see how it's crossing over that line. So see how you can just use your stencils, but move them up and down if you're on a crate to get it in the right spot. All right, using one of our stencils here. And our offloading cardboard, so you can see that right here. I'm just going to use a bit from the lid. It's feeling a little bit thick, like the paint's drying out. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, I've got enough on my brush, then we're just going to offload it, swirly method. Offload. Sometimes you might not have to dip it as much. Sometimes I've done, it depends on the thickness of your paint. This one is getting a little bit dried out because we're running down towards the bottom of the barrel in my paint pot. Hi Renee, I love crates, you said. Yes, hey there, I love crates too. And these transfers are great, yeah. If you've gotten a hold of the vintage butterflies, there are still some left, if you don't have those already, of the vintage butterflies. That's these ones here that you can see just in the corner. The vintage bunnies have just sold out, but they will be restocked towards the end of this month. So there's those, and there's the beautiful vintage postage stamps which sold out really quickly. Sometimes you can never tell these things, who's going to like what, and so those ones sold out quickly. So Essential Stencil was on the ball, and they've ordered more to restock, should be here by the end of the month. So don't forget to let them know that you are interested in those via the product itself. Scroll down and make sure you click on the little link that says let me know when these are back in stock. It's on the website. Okay, so I'm going to move this up here, and we're going to write Happy up the top. Wouldn't this be a great, cute little crate? It's tiny, it's cute. You can get these on Amazon via my link that's in the description. If you don't have some already, I've got an Amazon affiliate shop link, which has a lot of sign ideas, stencil ideas, tools that I use, boards that I create on or create signs out of, and so you can grab that. It's in the description of the live, or just let me know that you would like that affiliate link and I can send you there, because you never know, sometimes you just don't want to go out and find things in your local craft stores, and it's just easier to hit that order button, isn't it? Okay. One load of the brush, and I think that that's enough. I'm just using a bit more pressure when I know I'm starting to run out, and there's still enough on the brush to where that's going to work. Filling it in. There we go. Happy Easter. Nice crisp lines. Now, if you did want to fill in those little bridges, which are the little gaps that are created by the stencil, Essential Stencil does have these tiny little detail brushes that you can use to fill in the gaps. Why don't we try one right now, just so I can show you by example of how we can fill this out. Now this one is the 0 brush. Hang on, see if I can find one, a pointier tip. This one, number 4. I will pop that aside. And just going to dip this into my paint, and I'm just going to really subtly clean up those little gaps, those little bridge lines. And I can finish this off later, so we're not spending time doing this, but see how it just finishes off the stenciled area nicely. whoops, I went a little bit outside the lines there, but you can see it sort of, might have to add a bit more to the brush. And then you're just filling in the bridges. Sometimes if you just go in the direction, that the letter is going in, and just lay it down gently, you can see the E there has been filled in. The A may not need to do that. Let's just do it anyway. So you can see how that works. Those come in a set of 6, I believe. 6 of the detail brushes. They are awesome. Yes, someone says yes. Yes, Terry, thank you for that information, for popping that in there. If you just go, you will find where it says to, on the product, if it's out of stock, just go down to where it asks you if it says something about, do you want to restock? Do you want to be notified when it restocks? Patty, you need more practice in doing the bridges. They don't look the best. Yeah, it is a bit tricky because I find that because you're doing the swirling method for the stenciling, that's a lighter paint work, and the detail brushes, you have a little bit more paint on them. So I just sort of rub off the detail brush and just gently tap it there. It is a bit kind of tricky to get it perfect, but you know what do we say? Practice makes perfect. Okay, so that is pretty much dried off there. Let me just hit that with a hairdryer a bit. Because then we're going to add some transfers on the side. Oh, don't forget, everybody, Essential Stencil just reminded me, enjoy free shipping all of January. So you've got that to be excited about today. Don't forget free shipping for all of January. And also, when you pop something in your cart, it'll pop out with a little side pop-out window to let you know that once you get to, I think it's $40, $65 and $90 benchmarks, that you will earn a free gift. So there's lots of free gifts going on that's on the Essential Stencil website. So you get that, as well as putting in my code IRESTORESTUFF to save 10% on your whole order. So once you get to $40, you get a free gift. Then once you get to $65, there's another mystery gift. And then $95 is another mystery gift. So that's exciting. Now I want to be using probably the Easter eggs on this. I was going to look at the bunnies, but they kind of get chopped off in the middle of the crate because we've only got this much to work with. But some of those eggs work beautifully. So I'm just going to start cutting out some of these while I... Well, I was going to say while I check out your comments, but I can't cut and check comments at the same time either, can I? It's a bit tricky. You just be... So the transfers are a single use type of thing. A lot of times I just cut all of these transfers out and then I've got them all ready to use, and then you can just pop them in a little Ziploc bag ready to go. So if you like that idea, you might want to try that too. Once you get your transfers, I even cut out the back cardboard on the transfer. So this one is called Vintage Floral Bunnies. They have sold out of this, but if you do want to restock, let them know that on the product itself. Scroll down and tap where it says that you can reorder. So sometimes I'll cut this out and put that in with my Ziploc bag so I know what the transfer is called in case I want to reorder those. With our transfers also, I'll leave those over, set them aside. With the transfers also, the more you order, the more sets of transfers you order, the better, the more you save. So I think it's like there's a price for one set, but then if you buy 3 sets or 6 sets or 9 sets, you know, the savings come and savings add up for you. Okay, I like these. These are cute, tiny little eggs, so they'll go great on the side of my crate. How many have I got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get some options. Oh, there's some gorgeous bunnies on here with the wreaths in their hair. Love them. And then I want to use the vintage butterflies on the reverse side of this crate with a different mini stencil set. So let's have a look at what we've got so far for this side, and then I'm going to flip it over and we'll create like a double-sided box so that you could use this for Easter, fill it with Easter eggs for your kids or whatever, or the family. And then on this side you could use for, you know, vintage spring idea with our gorgeous butterfly transfers. So let's pop a few of these eggs on here. I was even thinking of using the Easter egg hunt. There's an Easter hunt or egg hunt sign with the arrows. You could use that on the bottom and place some eggs around. Okay, maybe we'll use one of the larger ones, a smaller one here. Then we've got a couple of, maybe we'll do a larger one on the bottom. And a couple of smaller ones up this way. You can just kind of place them where you think they're going to be great. And then we've got our tool for transferring. So this egg, you just peel off the paper backing, pop that over here, and I'm putting it on its side a little bit so that we don't lose any of the egg in the gap of the crate, because we've only got so much space to use. But these will work sideways like this, won't they? And then we just peel it off, peel off the top coat, and you'll see a gorgeous transfer. Who has not used the transfers yet? Too scared to use them? Let us know. We want to encourage you because they are so easy to use, and they just really make a project pop, stand out from the crowd. If you're doing markets or anything like that, here we go, there's our transfer. The egg, see, it's just seamless. It just looks like it's been painted on there. Okay, let's do the one in this corner here. Yeah, these tools, you don't have to use a tool like this. You could use just a store card. This is just a little tool that came with the transfers. I'm not sure if they still come with the transfers, but you can order them separately at essentialstencil.com. They have, I think if you just search the word transfers, it might come up with the transfer tool somewhere there in the search. But yeah, just any kind of plastic tool like this would work. I've even used my fingernails before, so that works as well. And then I just rub it on like that with my fingers. Let's see, I feel like this is a good size for down here, and we've got this egg going this way, so I'll make this one go that way, although that one's facing that way as well. Didn't think about that. We'll make this one go straight up and down. That'll work. Yeah, Sue's saying your transfer came with a popsicle stick. I believe some of the older transfers used to come with like a popsicle stick type stuff. So it probably just depends on the iteration of the order and when you got yours. Okay, just adding that one right in here. Tuck it in close, rubbing it on. So many transfers. If you just type in the word transfers on the search bar at essentialstencil.com, you'll see all of the different transfers they have there. I think they still even have some of the Spring Bunnies transfers from last year. So if you didn't grab a hold of those, there's still some of those left. And type in my code, IRESTORESTUFF, at the checkout for your 10% off. See how easy that is. Gorgeous so far. We've just got some beautiful eggs around. Let's see, these are around about the same size, a little bit different. So we're going to maybe overlap a couple, like so. This one this way. Do you seal your transfers? Good, great question, Teresa. And yes, I will seal this crate altogether. For two reasons, actually. I used chalk paint, and our chalk paint is a porous finish, so it usually requires a sealer, like a wax or something like that. And also for just making sure that the transfers stay on for the longest time possible. It also seals in the stencil, so I won't do that on the live, but yes, after I've finished the whole project, I'll usually go over that with like a flat matte acrylic sealer or a wipe-on poly kind of sealer. I'm just going to join those. You can overlap the transfers, so I'm just overlapping that slightly just to give it like a bundled look, bunched up together there. And then let's take a look at the stencils that we're going to use on the reverse side of this, so that we've got a double-sided crate. You could use these crates for so many things, just on a pantry shelf. You could even fit these smaller ones for a table centerpiece. Wouldn't that look beautiful for a table centerpiece filled with Easter eggs? You could put some of that, what do you call that, fake grass, or just some kind of little, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like packaging material almost. Those little crinkled packaging materials would look great there. All right, so let's flip that over and have a go at the other side, and we're going to be using this stencil set and the vintage butterflies. They do still have some butterflies left, so grab a hold of those, use my code IRESTORESTUFF, and you've got 2 different types on here. And then the stencil set I want to use is, it's probably in the Valentine's category. It's called Love Like Jesus, but it's got beautiful scripture verses and, you know, scripture related things on it. So I'll show you those really quickly. And this one is, again, the link is in the description of my live. It's got Love Like Jesus. And so what I do is I usually kind of look at the crate and think, yeah, what would go? So we could put love and then like Jesus down the bottom. And it does have 6 plus a bonus. The bonus one is this heart pattern here that you can see at the back, which is cute for Valentine's. And then we've got God knew my heart needed you, which is a beautiful little saying for a few different things. You could put that half there and the other half on the bottom. We've got do everything in love, and that would fit with half up the top, half down the bottom. Actually, I think I was going to use that one. But the greatest of these is love. So again, you could probably work that one out. It's a little bit trickier because the words are a little bit closer together. But see how we just kind of look at them, see what will work. Trust the Lord with all your heart. That'll fit nicely at the top, and then move it down for the bottom. And then rooted and established in love, another one that would work. Top and then love down the bottom. And then we're putting the butterflies around the other side. So that's a 6-pack mini set called Love Like Jesus. And add my code IRESTORESTUFF at the checkout, and you've got yourself a fun stencil set to use. All right, this one, I'm just going to pull out these 2 sheets. Now I can see that I've used this one, I think it was last week I used this set. 2 different sheets inside each set of the transfers. And they have all different sizes of gorgeous butterflies and things. So, let's see. So for this stencil, because it's all centered, I will center it again like I did the other one. I'm going to tape off, so we'll do everything. Put it in place. And then I want to put this little piece here just on the word in, because I'm going to move that down to the next rung of the crate. Hope you missed this set. Yeah, you can order that one, and don't forget to check out the little pop-out that comes out when you're on the checkout to show you if you've ordered $40 worth, it'll add a bonus stencil. If you order $65 and then $90, then you get a mystery stencils as well. Marianne, you love all the faith-based stencils. So do I. They're great, aren't they? Okay, I'm going to use this colour again. I just think it works nicely on there. Oh, I still had some left on this cardboard here. Offload as much as I want, and I'm just going to do this top section here. Just going to load a bit more up in the brush. And almost. So many fun things. You could use this as a gift hamper, you know, and bundle it all up in some cellophane paper when you've got a bunch of things in it to gift to somebody. It's great for Easter. Maybe you know someone doing it tough this season. Great gift idea. these little crates. Okay, so that's the top section here. Do everything. So then we move it down to the bottom, and you can put the the Corinthians verse there, or you can just leave it off. If that, yeah, I probably have to leave that off. I could put it, you know, somewhere else down the side. You can move it then and put it down here if you wanted to. But I'm just going to leave that off for now and find the center for the in love part, because it doesn't quite fit if I add the reference there. So this one I'm going to have to put a couple of bits of tape where the words join up almost together. I'm taping off that so I can just concentrate on that section there. And then we've got our finishing touches. If you've missed the earlier part of my live, I started out showing you Olive, my little puppy, our little cavoodle, and she is getting a new toy box. Well, a toy box. She didn't have really a toy box before. It was a cardboard box that we just were putting all her things in. If you caught my Instagram stories this week, I was showing that. And so I've made her a green crate right here beside me. If you missed that, I'll show you again in a minute, because I'm going to pop her name on the other side of it. Just need to go over that a little bit more on the top section here. Just wasn't quite solid enough to where I liked it. So you can lay it back down. There you go. Nice, very cute. Do everything in love. Again, you could use those detail brushes to add the bridges back in. Maggie, did I get the crates on Amazon? These ones I didn't. I just found this one was at our local Kmart. See, I'm in Australia, so I don't know which craft stores you find crates in over there, but I do know that in Amazon they do sell a bunch of different crates, which I have a link for. My affiliate link is there in the description of the live, or I can pop it in if you ask for that. I'll be happy to give that to you, where I've got a whole bunch of crates and things on there. The larger crate for Olive's toy box came from IKEA. So yeah, look around in your craft stores or use that Amazon link. I'm happy to share that with you. All right, look at these. Now that one's a little big. Again, you can sort of just move these around. I didn't cut these out on purpose today for this purpose. I cut those out because I cut out other ones last week for another sign that I was doing here on the live. You can go back and look at that if you like, if you missed it. This one, it just fits, and it doesn't matter if we leave off a couple of the little flowers or if they don't quite make it. Just grabbing the smaller butterflies because they seem to work better. So if you had a bigger crate, you could use some of the bigger butterflies. But these are adorable on signs and decor. They really do make your piece beautiful, stand out. So we've got, those are probably the smallest ones. I think these are nice larger ones here. One sheet has larger ones and one has a few smaller ones. Let me just have a look. This one might be smaller again too. Let's just have a look and where it might fit on the crate. It's just a matter of cutting them out, trying them in different spots, seeing where they might fit. So that one might fit down there. It's got those nice blue tones that are coming out with the writing as well. So I like that. This one fits nicely there. Should we have 3 or just 2? I feel like 2 just balances that top and bottom. Otherwise, it kind of might look a bit busy. So we might just leave it for 2 at the moment. We'll stand back and have a look at them afterwards. Don't you do that? Do you do that too? Just stand back and have a look at your art ideas. And I'm looking at this upside down so that it comes out right side for you guys. But that's what we've got so far. So remove the paper backing of our transfer. These look great on furniture too. You can put them on glass, mirrors, all kinds of things. So, okay, so we're going to have this butterfly kind of flying away this way so that I will show you. I've just placed it on there, you do see that the edges do come off just slightly, but that's okay. It's going to look great anyway. It doesn't matter if those edges are not on there. I could just make them go around the corner slightly, but they will peel away. You could cut it to size, the exact size that you want. I might even see if this just goes around the corner, because if I just pop my tool or my nail, might work with my nail better, that leaf will actually probably just sit on the corner like that, over the edge I mean. So it's just sitting on the top of the edge of the crate. That's cute, that worked well. And it's probably not much use seeing that one go down the bottom, but we'll just pop it there anyway, just so that it sticks somewhere. And then we just go ahead and lift the rest of the transfer up. If you do see any of the transfer still stuck to the plastic, just lay it back down and concentrate on rubbing in that area. But there we go. Gorgeous. See how it just seamlessly fits in with the blues. I love it. Love that pretty colour. So this is the reverse side to our Easter, where we've got the Easter eggs. And these are the gorgeous vintage butterfly. I just love the colours in this. They just suit so many different vintage projects. They will look beautiful. Don't forget to stay tuned till the end of our live, because we do have some prize giveaways, and they are gorgeous, amazing gift cards. So you can pick whatever you like. It used to be that Essential Stencil gave away actual stencils, and then they decided, let's just let the people choose. And so we've got gift cards, guys. So you get a $20 gift card, but stay to the end. Join in the conversation, because that's where they pick their winners from. Just going to be honest. That's where it is, right here in the comments. So let us know what you have done with your transfers. Maybe they're not the vintage ones, but maybe you've made something with some Essential Stencil transfers that's unusual, like not just a sign or something. Maybe you've used them on a crate, let us know. Maybe you've used them on something really odd, like a fridge, I don't know. Let us know. What have you used your Essential Stencil transfers on? I want to see if we've got any unusual places, or maybe you've just got an idea for putting one somewhere. But if you have done a transfer on something unusual, let us know. I'd love to know. Okay, I might have to cut this, although I could just wrap it around again like I did that bottom one. Let's see how that comes off. There we go. Kind of tap it down there. And then we've just got that last little bit that didn't go onto the crate. Or you could just cut it to size before you start. Furniture drawer, someone said, lovely. A galvanized vase, I love it. It's a great idea. On the small tags for your Christmas gifts. Oh, they're flying. The comments are flying. So use the peony transfers on, and now the comments disappear and I can't see them so fast. A wooden box for your cooking utensils. That's great, Michelle. I love it. Put them on cabinets. Yes, you could. It would give it a pretty look. I love it. The gift cards are a great idea. Yes, they are. Oh, Barb says she thinks she's going to make her dog a little toy box. Yeah, if you missed that, I'll show you my toy box I'm making for our dog, Olive. We created in an olive colour, which does still suit our home decor, so it wasn't just because it was her name, but it still matched it. Look at that. Do everything in love. Now, that would actually fit the little Corinthians verse down there, so I can add it, you know. I don't think I'll accidentally paint there, but see how we can just add this right to the very bottom of that. Is my paint gone? Is this the right colour? Yes. Got a little bit more paint on the board there. And just add that little touch down the bottom. Because we've got our butterflies this side and this side, I thought, yeah, that's a great reference or a great place to put it. It doesn't say whether it's 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians, but if anyone can tell me, No, I was going to say bonus prize, but I'm not giving out the prizes today. But yeah, if you can tell me, is it 1 Corinthians? I think it might be. All right, so that is that, and I'm going to just finish off by popping Olive's name on the crate, on the other crate that we were working on. So that's the butterfly vintage transfers. Don't forget to find them on Essential Stencil if you can't find them, but I did put them on the link on the description of the live, so they're right there for you to find. But use my code IRESTORESTUFF if you're not sure if the link has got a discount on it. It should come up when you click the link. It should come up at the checkout. Those are the 2 stencil sets we used today, Easter set and the Love Like Jesus. And then here's our first project that I'm now going to finish off with over here. Where is it? A little doggy toy box. Olive, you're going to be so excited by this. She's sleeping. Welcome, we hope you like dogs. Now on the other side, I want to put her name. So I think I can lean that up against that crate right there so that we can see. And oh, Tracy, you put the Highland cow on an old milk can. That's a fantastic idea. I love these ideas. I am going to have to go through and have a look at some of your ideas because these are a great idea. So this is from the Welcome, We Hope You Like Dogs round that goes like that on a round. I was going to put some paw prints on here also because that would look fun. Maybe on the other side where we've got the Welcome, We Hope You Like Dogs. I can do that in a minute. For the letters, we don't actually have this one in stock. I'm so sorry. I don't like using things that we don't have in stock because then everyone's like, oh, I can't find that one. But if you do look up letters on Essential Stencil's website, you will find what letters they do have in stock for using for situations like this. Okay, so if you wanted to create a name or something like that, there are a range of letters there. O-L-I-V, I will need that one. The butterflies are beautiful, aren't they? Yes, Deborah, that puppy one is so cute. So I don't know whether I'm going to put Olive's toys or just Olive and not toys or just Olive in the middle. Maybe I could just put Olive in the middle in case we don't want to use it for toys. So when you're doing a name or a word or something like that, I'm going to have to put this down this way because that's just not going to balance correctly. I want to count the number of letters. So we've got O-L-I-V-E. We've got 5 letters. So I want to go for the middle letter and put that one down first. So O-L-I, I'm looking for the I. I'm going to put that right in the center. So I think I'll just put Olive right here. I want to find the center of my board, and I don't have the measuring tape, so I'm just going to have to eyeball it. And this is how I eyeball and measure with my hands. So I can see that my hand span should be about the same, so just scoot it across, scoot it across. It's around about the center. Now I want to make sure I'm in the center of this panel, and I think I am. So now finding that brush I used before with that lamp white color, because that was a nice off-white to use for this. Just going to dip it in here. And I'm holding it very still, but you could use some painter's tape if you absolutely don't want that to move. I'll just pop a little bit right there. Make sure we've got it in the right spot. Offloading here. So this is some tips for you. Remember, this one's not in stock, these letters, but if you look for the search term letters on Essential Stencil's website, you'll find out what they do have in stock. But today's tips for this specific purpose is to show you how to put a name on a item, whatever you want to put it on, and get it in the center. So far we've added up the number of letters. You look for the middle letter, and I work this way, and then I work the other way. So O, L will be here, then I, then V, E. So now I need to get the V, and I line up the V. Hi, Sandy. No problem. You can always check the replay if you jump on late, there's no problem at all. So now I'm lining this up. You can sort of line it up by looking at the other letters, seeing where they line up to, and I'm going to put it right next to it, probably a little bit closer. And so I'm just eyeballing this, but literally you could get out with a ruler and make sure that you are exactly the same distance in all of your projects. So I, V, E, and I'm doing this upside down and back to front. So please tell me I've got this the right way, because I have made that mistake on a live before. There's the V. And then oops, I've got a little bit too much on my brush and have some, oh, was that back to front? It was. I did that back to front. So now my V is back to front. I should have had it this way. And probably you're all there yelling at me, telling me I've got it backwards. Thanks, Maggie. I did have it backwards. And so we're just going to pretend that that didn't happen, but make sure you've got it around the right way. I should have been looking at the screen because that's correct, but I'm sort of upside down and it is pretty tricky to try and get that correct. So we've got the V. I do have a couple of fuzzy lines. Maybe I'm rushing myself a little bit. Okay, now again, just measuring the distance here, making sure you're about the same distance across again. And making sure that E is in exactly the right place. Now I go over in my head again, O-L-I-V-E. So popping that there and doing my E. Now notice I still haven't added paint to the brush, but I will have to now. Just add a little bit more and start again. Now luckily I do have my E the right way. That was the letter that I messed up a couple of years ago, I think it was, and I was working on a suitcase and I had my E back to front. My goodness. There we go. So yep, practice first. And you can also spell it out. Sometimes I'll literally, if it's a long word, I'll write it on my piece of cardboard here and then cross off the letters as I've done them, making sure I do them in the correct order and the correct way. So we've got I-V-E, our little dog's name is Olive. So now we're going to work back this way. Sometimes this doesn't work though, and I forgot to tell you that. If you've got letters that have different widths, so our O and our L are about the same width, but you notice the I is skinnier. So when you do have letters that the I might be on this half of the word, it will be a skinnier letter. So you might want to practice and lay them all out on something first to make sure that you've got the right distance between them all. Okay, now I'm just checking this gap between the last little dot here, and I'm making sure that that's around about the same, and then you can see where they line up on here. Oh, it's raining now. We love a bit of rain. It has been raining a lot here at the moment, getting our summer rains here in Australia, all up our east coast. There's a bit of flooding going on as well, which isn't great. Carrie, you said you always have a hard time getting the letters straight too. Yes, Shelley, you've been practicing with cardboard because you press hard on your brush. Yeah, so practicing on cardboard is great. And then you will notice that it depends. So pressing on your brush hard isn't a bad thing. If you've got, so the less I have on the brush, the more I find I have to press. But when I first dipped it in and I first offloaded it, that's when I'll be using it the lightest. So right now, very, very light, very, very light pressure. Last letter is O for Olive. And the more I use that same brush, the more I have to, well, this is a bit tricky to kind of see where that letter might need to be. I think that's a good distance because I don't have the other letters to line it up. Now this one I literally could actually do it backwards because the O is exactly the same whether it's this way or the other way. So I'm going to do it backwards and I'm going to line up those letters so I can see them on the other side. Okay, so I'm just lining up the bases of them so that they're all in exactly the right spot. Then I move the O to where I need it to be in proximity to the L. And we lay, oops, I've shifted it. Holding it still, and away we go. So now I'm pressing a little harder because you notice I didn't re-dip my brush in. I'm using the same amount that, I'm using the same load that I had for the L. Now I might press just a fraction harder if I see that you know, soft pressure is not getting paint on the wood. So you just got to practice that. So great idea to practice though, absolutely. Practice on cardboard first. And so I hope you've picked up some great tips from those today. We are finished our projects today. Let me go over what we've done, and we are going to be looking for some prize winners any minute now. Essential Stencil will pop those up on the on the comments there. But here is our little Olive's crate. So this is for her toys. She's going to love it. Then she can go to her little toy box, and we could put this at the front door or somewhere. And we also have made our Happy Easter crate. So have a look if you missed that one. Don't forget to use our code IRESTORESTUFF. And we've got this side that says do everything in love with the gorgeous vintage butterflies. So 2 projects we've used today, and we are looking for our winners, which will come up. I don't think I'm picking them today. I think Essential Stencil is, so hopefully that's happening. Let me know if you can see our winners on today. Meanwhile, I think Olive's going to come over and show you how much she loves her toy box. She is. Do we have some toys to put in the toy box, Olive? Oops, we've still got the Santa hat, which became a toy eventually. She didn't want to wear the hat. So let me just have a look and see if I can see if we've got some winners today. Oh, we've got some toys. Look, there's your Kong. And this is the cheapest toy ever. We got a pair of socks because she loves just playing with somebody's socks. So we got her a pair that she can just, they were going away to the salvos. So we picked them up. Oh, thank you. We've got our toys. Look at that. Look at all your toys. How fun. Alrighty. She has gotten big, Maggie, I know. We want her to stay little. She's going to have a haircut tomorrow, so she'll be able to see. A little C, your first big puppy haircut, I think. So I will have a look. Congratulations, winners. Someone's saying it. Congratulations, the winners. So as soon as that comment pins to the top, I'll be able to see who they are. But here is little Olive. Say hello to the people. Hey, were you sleepy? Did Daddy wake you up? Did Daddy wake you up? All right, our winners have been posted, but I just can't see them yet. So congratulations to those people who have won. Hopefully your name has been tagged, and you can email Essential Stencil at support@essentialstencil.com and let them know that you won a prize on Sharon's Live, and you'll get a $20 gift card sent to you. So you get to choose whatever you like from Essential Stencil's store. So Olive, what do you think about your new toy box? Huh? It's got your name on it. Look, that's you, Olive. So if you missed any of our projects today, go check the replay. If you comment the word replay in the next 24 hours, you go into a chance to win some more prizes. So congratulations to those people who have won today, and I'll see you next week for another live DIY. Don't forget to check out my blog, IRESTORESTUFF.com, for fun furniture projects and home makeovers. Bye. Oops, I can't reach. Got to walk around.